देखिए अभिनय का जहाँ तक सवाल है, मुझे फिल्मों का बड़ा शौक था, फिल्में देखने का भी बड़ा शौक था। और मेरा दिल्ली में एक दोस्त है, मेरा बचपन का दोस्त है सुनील शर्मा। तो वो और मैं फ्राइडे को पहला शो देखने जाते थे। फिल्मों के साथ साथ मुझे क्रिकेट का भी बहुत जुनून था, मैं खुद भी काफ़ी क्रिकेट खेला हूँ। तो लेकिन कभी ऐसा नहीं आया था कि मैं फिल्मों में कभी एक्टिंग करूँ। क्या था कि एक बार मुझे मौका मिला था, जब मैं 20-21 साल का था, तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फॉर्म भी आ गया था एक बहुत बड़े प्रोड्यूसर का, मैं उसका नाम नहीं लूँगा अभी। तो जब वो मैंने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेटर अपने फादर को दिखाया, पूरा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेटर था, पूरा एग्रीमेंट था, तो क्या था, फादर का बहुत डर था। ही वॉज actually my father was in Air Force, then he voluntarily retired, then he joined this Delhi Telephones in Delhi. So the moment I showed that letter to my dad, he was just furious like anything. So after that it never occurred to me that I should try my hands in acting. And I'm basically from the hospitality industry. After having done my diplomas and then my masters in hotel management, I worked for this industry for about 29 years. Then one day I realized it's been enough, so I thought so I just called it a day. After that, when I came down to Bombay, I've been up and down to Bombay right from my childhood. But this time I came to settle down over here because Bombay is a nice place to settle down. So there's a friend of mine, Shreya Shrivastava. He was making a movie called Chingari. So he was looking for a particular character. It was the character of a police commissioner. So he just approached me, Rajeev, would you like to do this role? I said, Shrey, I have never done acting and I don't even know the A of acting. So, hey, Rajeev, this is my job. I'm quite optimistic in do it and I'll get it done. So eventually I did that role. After that, I was noticed by many people. So I started getting offers from the TV. Like I did Southern India. That's where I played against commissioner role. So by the grace of God, after that there was no looking back.
Who was the person supporting you in the industry as well? I mean, who was the first mentor or who was the person who really gave the break?
See, I have always been influenced by just one actor. Unfortunately, he's no more. He's Mr. Vinod Mehra. उनका मेरी ज़िंदगी में बहुत असर है और जहाँ तक फिल्मों की बात है, लेकिन मेरी ज़िंदगी में मेरे एक ही आइडियल रहे हैं जिनको मैं कहूँगा मेरे लाइफ टाइम रोल मॉडल हैं, वो हैं फॉर्मर इंडियन क्रिकेटर करसन घावरी साहब. एंड आई मीन हिज स्टाइल, his mannerism, that is mind-blowing. And if I have ever attempted to be like anyone, then that's Karsan Gowri Sahab. And he's my ideal hero, and as I said, he's my lifetime role model too.
साउदर्न इंडिया बहुत पॉपुलर शो था, काफ़ी चला भी. क्या कहना चाहिए उस शो का हिस्सा होना आपके लिए कितना लाभदायक है?
देखिए, मैंने अभी काफ़ी दिनों से टीवी नहीं किया है क्योंकि अभी मैं पूरा ध्यान मेरा फिल्मों पर ही है. और जैसे कि क्या होता है कि टीवी में मुझे कई ऑफ़र आए कि कंटिन्यूटी रोल करने के, लेकिन मैं एक ही टाइम में बदलना चाहता था. आई वांटेड टू डिफरेंट. तो साउदर्न इंडिया के मैंने काफ़ी एपिसोड किए हैं शुरुआत में. उसके बाद ये जो फैमिली ड्रामाज आते हैं वो भी काफ़ी शो किए हैं. मैंने काफ़ी टीवी किया, लेकिन आफ्टर द लास्ट टेल ऑफ कायनात वेयर आई प्लेड द रोल ऑफ राजवीर सिंघानिया, मैंने कभी कोशिश भी नहीं की. बीच में एक आधे बार किया है, लेकिन अभी भी मेरे पास आ रहे हैं उसके ऑफ़र और आगे शायद करूं भी, लेकिन फ़िलहाल ध्यान पूरा फिल्मों में है. काफ़ी मेरी कई फिल्में रिलीज हैं और काफ़ी रिलीज बने हैं.
To become an actor, there are a lot of things to do. Indian marriage shows, थिएटर होता है, बहुत सारे मीडियम्स होते हैं. तो आपने कैसे मैनेज किया अपने आप को एज एन एक्टर?
See, I have never done theatre. And yes, I remember when I was in Delhi Engineering College, so I just enrolled there just for 1 year only. So in those days, we used to celebrate our annual days. So when I think, in fact, I was never on the stage. So it happened like this. So I happened to sing a song over there. I remember that was a song, "Kya Hua Tera Wada" from film of Kisi Se Kam Nahi. And at the same time, I think they were coming up with a show or this play also. That's where I played just 2-minute role. So, as I said, cricket, it never occurred to me that I should try my hands in acting. It happened so suddenly that I was not even prepared for it. But eventually, I think it was destined to be done.
So what what kind of suggestion you want to give a person like you who is you came from Delhi to Mumbai and you got the role so many people who come from Delhi or other part of India to become an actor and actress. So what is the suggestion you want to give to them as an actor? You have worked with the people, you know how the industry works, you know how you get the work, and what is the skills required, what kind of patience level you require?
All right, I'll tell you. Okay, I think. In my case, I was lucky actually. By the grace of God, I got the offer so suddenly, that too by a friend of mine. But as far as the aspiring actors are concerned, I would like to say them, never give it up and do well all you do, be best you can be. And people who are, little, even have patience in adversity also. And one thing I would like to tell them, even if they're hurt, it could be anything, so they don't need to be hurt sort of thing. Just pick up the pieces of your broken heart and make it happen again. I don't foresee any relevancy why they should not click it.
And asking about Vani, your daughter, as you being an actor, so when Vani approached you that she is going to become an actor, did she ask for some kind of suggestion or your permission, or she was very much adamant that she had to become an actress?
I tell you, Vani, she's been always creative, right from her childhood. I remember when she was, I think, 7 or 8, she wanted to be a swimmer, and when the Olympics were on. And one fine day she came, and those days Kapil, Sachin Tendulkar, he was doing like anything. He was like a black master blaster. So one day she said, "Papa, I want to be Sachin Tendulkar." I said, "Okay, fair enough." So I remember there was a day she was very small. There was when Divya Bharti, I think she might have heard about Divya Bharti because I think she was not even born when Divya Bharti died, but she heard a lot about her. So I said, "Beta, this actress is no more." Then she said, "I want to be Sri Devi." Okay. Then after doing her schooling and all this like me, when she grew up, it never occurred to her also that she should try her hands in acting. She used to do the anchoring too. So all of a sudden, some roles were offered to her, and I said, "No, okay, beta, go ahead," because I have never been strict to my children.
So what kind of guidelines, what kind of motivation did you give to her?
On the contrary, she guides me. I think she acts better than I do.
And talking about the film industry as well, people are good, they give the opportunity to people, but the thing is that people also have mindset, just to utilize people and just to, misguide. But how are you secure and insecure about the career of Vani?
See, it's nothing about that sort. Actually, industry people are very nice people, and industry nowadays is very transparent. I see a lot of people, they go for audition and look test also, and while auditioning, sometimes they succeed and sometimes they fail also. The failure is also there's a part of the game. So at least I didn't feel anything strange or anything, the sort of things I've been hearing about. Nothing of that sort I heard about the film industry.
And Vani is part of our Sanskrit 3D, unique project, unique concept. How do you feel about that thing that she's part of a unique project?
Well, that's something, I was a little skeptical when this role was offered to her, because Vani, the kind of attire Vani comes from, she did her schooling from Missouri, then for her law also she went to Australia. Sanskrit was never her plate and fork. And but as I said, she's been creative, and but once she decides something to do, she'll do it.
Lastly, what about your acting projects in the future, and what are you planning to do?
See, I've been getting offers by the grace of God, and my 5 films are released now actually, and 2 will be shot soon, and I'm happy.
Okay. And any larger than life, something role you're playing or something you want to disclose about?
I did a good role as Rajeev Singhani in The Last Tale of Kainat, and one more movie of mine is coming. That's Let's Fly with Paper Rocket, and Real Fighter. I think this name could be changed. The title could be changed, but Real Fighter, that's on release now, and it's wonderfully directed by Mr. Anil Chaudhary, with whom I have worked earlier also in Shikar and Kagaj Ke Fools also.